Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Vuk Magdelinic. He's the CEO of Overbond to discuss the future of bond trading. Vuk, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Great to see you.
And what is the current state of the bond market amid COVID-19's impact?
Well, COVID has obviously caused a lot of traders, both on the sell side and buy side, to operate in a remote situation. Market, as we've seen it, has sustained volatility, and we have now kind of heightened anxiety due to the U.S. elections and other economical implications of prolonged COVID-19 crisis. So overall, it's harder to achieve productivity and automate trading workflows in this situation.
Other markets, equities, for example, they did prove their resiliency. It was relatively easy for traders to pivot in a virtual environment. Why was the bond market slower to adopt digitized trading as compared to the equity market, as an example?
Great question, and I think it's a good comparison as well. Very different markets in a way. Fixed income still trades over the counter predominantly. A lot of voice trades and electronic trades are obviously kind of segregated across multiple electronic trading venues. So it's hard to assemble data sources in a single data lake to be able to see and have a view of true liquidity that's happening trading across venues.
So the next question is, how can bond traders ensure that they're operating at full capacity while operating in their homes in a virtual environment? Because as we see an uptick in cases, particularly in the US, there's a chance that we might be home throughout the winter as well. So there's a few more months of this we have to figure out.
Absolutely, and I think from the operating capacity standpoint, a lot of organizations are contemplating keeping remoteness as part of their kind of go forward operating model. In either case, not speculating what will happen in terms of COVID, I think trading automation and workflow automation on the trading floor, or what means trading floor in current situation, is here to stay. And one of the harder bits or harder enabling success drivers when it comes to trade automation is aggregating data multi-source and doing so real time. We focused at that problem at Overbond with our new Kobe Live models.
So Vuk, where does Overbond fit into the fixed income ecosystem, and what's the latest product that you've brought to market?
Well, as a baseline, Overbond aggregates data from multi-venue sources client side. And as I've mentioned earlier, it's very important to be able to do that given the disparate over-the-counter nature of bonds trading, really. From there, we have models that can aggregate real-time and model and tier bonds in different risk brackets based on their liquidity and trading profile. And that would enable parts of the workflow on a trading desk to be automated with no touch, meaning that traders, in this case, let's say operating remotely, can have part of their volume to the 30%, sometimes higher, with no touch executed, really with algo profiling trades and sending rules-based messages to the venues for execution. This is the product that Overbond launched 2 weeks ago. It's called the Kobe Corporate Bond Intelligence Live, and it does enable Overbond to place this on both the sell side or buy side trade execution desk for automation.
And Vuk, beyond COVID-19, what does the future of digital bond trading look like? Now that we know how to operate virtually, do you think it may be more of a hybrid environment, or do you think that the bond asset class is going to move to become more electronic?
I think the trend is here to stay. We'll see more trade automation, models that can aggregate data, as well models that can tier the risk of bond trades to those that are the highest liquidity profile, and thus the best candidates to be fully automated or automated on a no-touch basis. Of course, there will be tiers in the market and situations where we'll have bonds with a varying liquidity profiles, as well as bonds that would require trade supervision. So I see a future as a blend of these enabling solutions, as well as situations where trader and the AI, let's say in this case AI model, can cooperate and provide really for the most efficient and best outcome on the desk.
All right, Vuk, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.